Hey everybody, and welcome to the Board Business Channel.
All right.
Get ready, because today we're talking about MiRLE,
MiRLE.
a company making serious waves in Taiwan.
Yeah, in the automation industry over there.
So imagine it's 1989. Taiwan's tech scene is like bubbling.
Bubbly.
Like a science experiment gone right.
I like that.
And over 100 engineers from the super prestigious research institute,
Wow.
ITRI,
Okay.
decide, hey, let's start an automation company.
That's wild.
That's how MiRLE was born.
Yeah, that's a pretty wild origin story. And it was founded by Dr. Sonhung, so you can really see that research background reflected in their commitment to industrial technology development. They're not just building machines, they're really pushing the boundaries.
And those early years for MiRLE,
Oh, yeah.
those were challenging.
Extremely challenging.
We read about some serious financial struggles.
Yeah, close the doors and walk away. Kind of tough times.
But Dr. Sonhung, he is not the kind of guy who gives up easily.
He's got that entrepreneurial spirit, for sure.
Yeah.
The articles we read about him
Right.
really paint this picture of him as just incredibly driven.
Yeah.
But also somebody with a deep faith and a genuine passion for advancing Taiwan's industrial capabilities.
It's like, hey, I'm going to revolutionize automation. And, oh, by the way, have you heard the good word?
Right. Not your typical buttoned-up CEO, that's
No.
for sure.
But his determination paid off.
Big time.
Fast forward to today, and MiRLE is a publicly traded company with over 1,500 employees.
Wow. Yeah, they went from underdog to industry leader.
Yeah.
That's a great story.
And that innovation is evident in the sheer range of solutions
Absolutely.
they offer.
We're talking logistics, industrial robots,
Information integration systems.
servo motors.
Like it's a one-stop shop for anyone looking to automate their business.
Exactly.
So you're a company like, let's say, Quanta Computer,
Okay.
one of the biggest names in tech manufacturing. You're thinking, we need to build 8 automated factories across Taiwan and mainland China.
Ambitious?
Who are you going to call?
Not Ghostbusters.
No, you call MiRLE.
MiRLE on the line.
And it's not just about building the factories, it's about making them work.
Seamlessly.
Right.
Seamlessly. They helped Quanta integrate all those systems, optimize processes, basically turn those factories into well-oiled automated machines.
Like they sprinkled some automation fairy dust and poof, global domination.
The results speak for themselves. I mean, Quanta's efficiency went through the roof,
Yeah.
became a global powerhouse.
And MiRLE also played a key role in setting up automation systems for the biggest display panel manufacturers. Huge.
Like AU Optronics and Innolux.
Yeah.
These are heavy hitters in the tech world, and MiRLE helped them streamline their production, improve their quality control, and ultimately become major players on the global stage.
It's like they have this secret sauce.
They do have a secret sauce.
But enough gushing about their past successes. Let's talk about the future.
Future.
What's MiRLE's vision?
Well, their order book is overflowing.
Overflowing.
We're talking over 60 billion Taiwanese dollars.
Wow.
Worth of projects lined up mostly in semiconductor equipment systems, smart automation systems, and you guessed it, those display panel automation systems.
They're in high demand.
Very high demand.
They're not the type of company to just kick back and count their cash.
No, they're all about staying ahead of the curve.
So they're pouring resources into cutting-edge fields.
Yes.
Artificial intelligence command and control systems.
Cloud computing.
Big data.
That's right.
What about this digital twin thing?
Oh, yeah, the digital twin.
Explain it like I'm 5.
Okay, so imagine a virtual copy of your entire factory running in real time on a computer. That's a digital twin.
Okay.
MiRLE is using this technology to simulate different scenarios, optimize their processes, and basically get a crystal ball view of how their systems will perform in the real world.
Okay, so digital twins are like the cheat code.
The ultimate cheat code.
Ultimate cheat code for automation.
That's it.
But let's talk about the man behind this whole operation.
Dr. Sonhung.
Dr. Sonhung.
Yeah.
This guy has been at the forefront of Taiwan's automation scene for decades.
Yeah, he's got this really ambitious vision for Taiwan's automation industry.
Okay.
He wants to see Taiwanese machinery stand shoulder to shoulder with the best from Germany and Japan.
Wow.
He believes Taiwan has the talent and the drive to become a global leader in automation.
So he's not just building a company, he's trying to elevate an entire industry.
I think that's right.
I'm dying to know what MiRLE is doing in the world of robotics.
Okay, well, maybe not C3PO, but they've been quietly working on robotics for over 35 years.
Oh, wow. 35 years.
Yeah. And recently they've made some major moves partnering with NVIDIA's Omniverse platform.
Okay, Omniverse, explain it like I'm 5.
Like a virtual playground for robots.
Okay.
It allows MiRLE to design, test, and train their robots in a simulated environment before they ever set wheel in the real world.
So it's like a super-powered video game
Yes.
for robots.
Exactly. And this partnership has been huge for them. It's helped them break into the semiconductor intelligent logistics system market.
Semiconductor intelligent? What?
Basically, they're building robots that can move delicate semiconductor components around factories with incredible precision and speed.
So these robots are like ninjas
I love that.
of the semiconductor world.
Yes, and their subsidiary allying technology has been instrumental in getting these robots into mass production.
But what about the robots themselves?
Right.
What kind of robots are we talking about?
This is where things get really interesting. MiRLE is focusing on wheeled humanoid robots.
Okay.
Think of them like super advanced versions of those little robots you see zipping around warehouses, moving stuff from point A to point B.
Got it.
Yeah.
So they're not going for the whole humanoid walking, talking robot?
Not yet, anyway. They believe wheeled robots are more practical,
Right.
more cost-effective, and honestly easier to build.
If it ain't broke,
Don't fix it.
don't fix it.
Right.
But these aren't your average warehouse robots.
Definitely not. They're packed with cutting-edge technology, and MiRLE is working with partners in Taiwan and mainland China to secure key components.
Like what?
Harmonic reducers, joint modules, dexterous hands.
Dexterous hands like they can give you a high five.
Well, maybe not a high five, but they can manipulate objects with incredible precision.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty mind-blowing stuff, and they're even developing integrated wheels and mobile chassis modules so these robots can really get around.
So they're building the whole robot enchilada.
They're going all in.
From the wheels to the dexterous hands.
Yeah, they're not messing around. The robotics market is booming right now, and MiRLE wants a piece of the pie.
It's like the Wild West of tech out there, and everyone's trying to stake their claim.
Absolutely.
But what sets MiRLE apart from all the other robot wranglers out there?
Their experience remember, they've been working on this for over 3 decades.
Right.
They've got a deep understanding of the technology in the industry.
Now, they're not just jumping on the robot bandwagon. They're driving the bandwagon. That's a good way to put it. And they've also got a clear vision for the future of robotics.
Yeah.
What's their vision? What does the robot-filled future look like, according to MiRLE?
Well, Dr. Sonhung believes that robots are going to play an even bigger role in our lives in the future. He sees them becoming more intelligent, more adaptable, and more integrated into our everyday routines.
So less Terminator, more helpful robot assistant.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He thinks robots can help us tackle some of the biggest challenges facing humanity, like climate change,
Wow.
labor shortages,
So having a whole army of R2-D2s
I like that.
ready to save the day.
Ready to save the day?
But what are some of the challenges that MiRLE faces
Okay.
in becoming a major player in this robot revolution?
Well, the robotics industry is incredibly competitive.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you've got tech giants like Google and Amazon pouring billions into robotics research.
Right.
MiRLE has to be smart about how they allocate their resources
Right.
and differentiate themselves in the market.
It's like a robot rumble, and everyone's bringing their A game.
It is a robot rumble.
So how are they going to stand out in this crowded field?
One of their key strategies is focusing on niche applications.
Okay.
So instead of trying to build a robot that can do everything,
Right.
they're developing robots that are specifically designed for certain industries or tasks.
So it's like, hey, we're not going to build a robot that can fold your laundry and make you a latte.
Right.
We're going to build the best darn laundry folding robot the world has ever seen.
They're playing to their strengths and focusing on areas where they can really excel.
Yeah.
And this approach seems to be working. I mean, they're already making inroads in industries like logistics,
Okay.
manufacturing, healthcare.
So they're finding their robot niche.
They're finding their niche.
Let's talk about Dr. Sonhung.
Okay.
What is his leadership style like?
From what we've read, he seems to be a very hands-on leader, but also someone who values input from his team.
Okay.
He's known for his strong work ethic, his attention to detail, his commitment to excellence.
So he's not just sitting in his ivory tower barking orders.
No, he's down in the trenches, getting his hands dirty.
He's down there with the robots.
He's down there with the robots for sure, and it's clear that his leadership has been a key factor in MiRLE's success.
It's like they say a company is only as good as its leader.
That's right.
We're always talking about
Yeah.
the global economy
Yes.
and how everything is so interconnected.
Right. It's like one giant messy spider web.
So how does MiRLE fit into this whole global economic puzzle?
Well, they've definitely got global ambitions.
Okay.
They're already working with companies all over Asia, and they're starting to make inroads in Europe and North America.
So they're spreading their automation wings.
Yeah, spreading the wings.
But going global can be tough.
It can be tough.
What are some of the challenges they might face?
Well, different countries have different regulations, different cultural norms.
Of course.
Different levels of technological adoption. MiRLE has to be adaptable and flexible if they want to succeed in these new markets.
It's like they need a robot translator.
Uh-huh.
Not just for language, but for, like, culture.
Right.
And business practices.
Absolutely.
You know what's funny?
What's that?
We were talking to our friend Steve the other day.
Stu from the Arizona-Taiwan office.
Yeah, the one and only.
Oh, wow.
And he was telling us how optimistic he is about MiRLE's potential for growth in the U.S. market.
Interesting. Why does he think that?
Well, he says American companies are starting to realize they need to automate or get left behind.
Right.
And he thinks MiRLE has the experience, the expertise, and the technology to meet that demand.
That makes sense. I mean, the U.S. manufacturing sector is facing a lot of challenges right now.
Yeah.
And automation is seen as a key solution.
And MiRLE's got a proven track record.
They do.
Of helping companies automate successfully. So why not bring that to the U.S.?
I think Steve might be onto something. It could be a great opportunity for them to expand their global footprint and make an even bigger impact.
I'm kind of picturing a map of the world.
Okay.
With little MiRLE robots like popping up everywhere.
I love that, a robot invasion.
It's like a robot invasion, but in a good way.
But in a good way.
Yeah.
It's exciting to think about the potential impact they could have.
It really is.
On a global scale.
So we've talked about their history.
Yeah.
Their vision, their leadership.
Their global aspirations.
Global aspirations. What about their culture?
Okay, so their culture. Well, from what we've gathered, MiRLE has cultivated a pretty unique company culture.
Okay, spill the tea. What's the vibe like over there? Is it all work, no play? Or do they have, like, robot ping pong tournaments on Fridays?
It seems to be a great balance of both. They definitely value hard work and dedication. I mean, you don't become a leader in automation without putting in the hours.
Right.
But they also recognize the importance of work-life balance and fostering a supportive and collaborative environment.
So it's not just about building robots, it's about building like a community.
Exactly. And they really seem to emphasize professional development and continuous learning.
Oh, wow.
They encourage their employees to stay ahead of the curve by attending conferences, taking courses, experimenting with new technologies.
It's like they're building a robot army.
Yeah.
And an army of robot experts.
That's a good way to put it.
It all comes back to Dr. Son Hung.
Dr. Son Hung.
And his vision.
Absolutely.
This guy has been preaching the gospel of automation for decades.
Yeah, and now he's getting everyone to listen.
And it seems like he's finally getting everyone to listen.
He's a visionary leader, for sure.
Yeah.
And it's inspiring to see how he's built this company from the ground up.
Yeah, his passion for automation, it's not just about the bottom line, right?
No, it's about making a difference.
It's about making a difference.
In the world.
It's like he's saying, hey, let's use robots to solve some of the world's biggest problems.
Exactly. And, it's not just about replacing human workers with robots. It's about using robots to complement human skills.
Yeah.
And create a more efficient and productive workforce.
It's like a robot-human dream team.
Dream.
All this talk about robots and automation makes me wonder, what does the future hold for us humans? Are we all going to be replaced by robots someday?
I think that's a question a lot of people are asking these days. And honestly, I don't have all the answers.
You don't have a crystal ball? Come on, you're the expert.
I wish, ha ha ha. But seriously, I think it's important to remember that technology is a tool.
Yeah?
And like any tool, it can be used for good or for bad.
Right.
It all depends on how we choose to use it.
So it's not about robots versus humans. It's about robots and humans working together.
That's right.
To create a better future.
Absolutely. And I think companies like MiRLE are leading the way and showing us how that can be done.
Yeah. It's like they're writing the robot rulebook for the future.
Yeah, they are writing the rulebook.
Well, I think we've pretty much covered everything there is to know about MiRLE.
I think so.
From their humble beginnings to their global ambitions, their innovative solutions to their amazing robots, this company is truly a force to be reckoned with.
Couldn't agree more. It's been fascinating to learn so much about this company.
You never know. Maybe Steve from the Arizona Taiwan office will introduce us to Dr. Sun Hung someday, and we can do a follow-up episode.
That would be great.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening to the Board Business Channel.
It's been a pleasure.
Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications.